let's go.
What's up?
What's up, troopers? Let's go.
Welcome to
Welcome
Trooper
back to
Archives,
Trooper.
where we give Wookiees their medals. I'm Ace, and I was once the master.
Hi, I am Gabe. Now I am the master. All right, we are in our finale of Star Wars Talks, A New Hope. So, so finally, after 12 episodes, including an introduction, and now this, the finale, and an upcoming, special episode, we're gonna wrap up and move on to the next movie, which is The Empire Strikes Back.
That's in season 2. All right.
That is true. That is true.
So, what are we doing for this episode? Why do we have this episode, Gabe?
Yeah, so we're just gonna wrap it up. All right, I've got some things to talk about, and yeah, so
guys, don't forget to check out our previous episodes. Of course, the season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is what we're wrapping up now, and other videos like Star Wars shorts and reaction videos to trailers of Andor, trailers of Bad Batch, and we also have our series breakdown of each episode of Andor ongoing as we
that's true. That's ongoing. All right, so we're just gonna start it off with
what do you got?
All right, so since we've talked about A New Hope and maybe you've got some time to research about the film, I'm gonna give you like a breakdown on how how well do you know Star Wars: A New Hope?
Ooh, okay.
Not just based on
it's a test.
The scenes, but yeah. All right, so this is the test. All right. All right, so it is in the official website, StarWars.com. So the quiz is how well do you know Star Wars: A New Hope? So the watchers or the viewers can also try to figure out the answer. So question number 1 is our total of 15. So Ace, what is the name of the Star Destroyer seen at the beginning of the film?
Oh geez, that's not written on the Star Destroyer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with knowing George Lucas. I'm gonna go with Devastator.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that is correct.
Hey,
1 point for you.
I was banking on the imagination of George Lucas at the time. So.
Some would assume it's the Executor, but we're not gonna see the Executor yet. All right, so question number 2, what does 3PO tell Uncle Owen what he did as his first job? Or at his first job? So you got the options, program binary load lifters.
So I've narrowed it down to either the binary load lifters or moisture I think I'm going to go with moisture evaporators because he's kind of showing off with...
Oh, that's completely wrong. All right.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
It's a binary load. It was the first one. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the
Where
first
does
one.
Uncle Owen tell Luke to take R2-D2 for a memory erase? Toshi Station. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Are you sure?
Is it Toshi Station?
Are you sure?
Anchorhead. No, it was Anchorhead. It was
Anchorhead
for sure.
Well, that's okay. You got that one correct. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. All right. Question number 4.
Toshi Station was Luke. Yeah. Okay.
Pick up some power converters. Which is something Obi-Wan does not tell Luke. That his father was a navigator, a pilot, a Jedi, or a good friend.
Oh wow! Not tell Luke. Oh jeez, why do I not know this? I think. Okay, so of course he told him he was Jedi, and
did he know?
Oh shit! His father was a good friend. Yes. Navigator, I'm not so sure. But he didn't say that his dad was a Jedi explicitly. I think.
All right, sure with your answer? What's your answer?
I'm gonna go with Jedi. I'm gonna go. His father was a Jedi.
Oh, that's wrong. All right, 2 for 2. Which speeder caused Luke's to decrease in value?
Which speeder caused Luke's decrease in? Oh, it's the X-34. I'm gonna go with the X-34. I have no idea.
Oh no! What is the name?
I've learned nothing this past season.
What is the name of the Imperial informant at Mos Eisley?
I have no
Boshek,
idea. I don't know.
Garindan, Bush, and Evazan. It's like the elephant dude. The black hood.
The guy
I
with
mean,
the
you can
enormous,
guess.
The guy with the enormous penis on his nose. I'm gonna go with Garindan.
Garindan. Yep,
Hey!
got that right. Oh,
Super guess.
all right. Where did the Millennium
this is a good one.
Falcon take off from the spaceport?
I think it's Docking Bay 94. I'm pretty sure I heard
Docking Bay 94 is correct. What is the game R2 and Chewie are playing?
Okay. I think I know this. I think Sabak is. I'm
Are
pretty
you sure?
Sabak is. Yeah. Oh wait. No, Sabak is a game. No, Sabak is a card game.
Okay.
Is it? Dejaric?
Yep, it's correct. What planet does Leia tell Tarkin the rebel base is on?
This is too easy. Yeah, this is Dantooine. It's on Dantooine.
Yeah,
it's on Dantooine.
What cell is Princess Leia held on the Death Star?
Oh, cell block. Oh, gee. What is it? Why do I not know this? I should know this. I'm gonna go with 3827.
It was 2187. Turn off all garbage fashion dungeon level 2. I think.
I have no idea. This one I have no idea.
What creatures
did we
live?
mention this? Did we mention this?
I don't
in the
think
podcast?
so. Nope.
The creature that lives in the garbage compactor.
What do you think? Wild guess.
Is a I'm gonna go with
Molisiki?
Dianoga. Dianoga.
Oh, that is correct.
It's correct.
All right. Question number 12. What were the stormtroopers near the tractor beam terminal talking about? Obi-Wan is aboard the Death Star. Luke, Han, and Leia have split up. All sections are on alert, or the new VT-16.
That's a good question.
All right.
I think.
Do you think is this another drill?
I think all sections are on alert. I think it's all sections are on alert.
Oh, it's the new VT-16 that we're talking about. The new VT-16. All right. How many rebel ships were used in the Death Star assault?
Oh, we mentioned this. I think they were just 15 of them. They weren't much.
Oh no!
How many were they?
I think they were like 27.
Oh jeez.
If I believe, yeah, 27. What was Porkin's call sign?
Porkins was Red 3.
Are you sure?
No. Porkins was Porkins. He didn't have a call sign. Porco.
It's Red 6.
Red 6. It was Red 6. I was Red 6.
All right. Last question. Which pilot was not attacked by Darth Vader? Which rebel pilot was not attacked by Darth Vader?
It's easy. Biggs. It was Biggs. Wait. No, Wedge. Sorry, it was Wedge.
Are you sure?
Was it Biggs? Biggs or Wedge?
Are you sure? Answer?
Garvin Drace is Yellow Leader, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we know
One of the leaders.
So it's Wedge or Biggs. I'm gonna go with what happened to Wedge.
Come on.
I'm gonna go with Wedge.
You are correct. You got 7 correct.
Yeah.
You are a
7
cadet.
correct. Disgusting. Oh, what a disgrace.
You know some stuff about the galaxy, but you're not ready to join the conflict that envelops it. If you were to hop in a starship and fight with the rebels against the Death Star, you wouldn't make it past the first turbo laser. Don't fret, you have potential. You just need 10 or 12 more viewings.
I will. Porkins will last longer than I will.
Oh yeah, but Porkins, pull up. But yeah, all right. So, one of the things about Star Wars that makes it Star Wars to the fans is the figures. For me,
okay,
it is one of the successful, things that marketed Star Wars, that grew its fan base, and that kept people, in the franchise. I think books are great. Books being made for the Star Wars franchise is great, but it all started with the figures. Kids growing up with figures, eventually when they grow up, they started collecting, and hence I am here. But yeah,
right.
So one of the first few Star Wars figures by Kenner was this these guys. I'm gonna show it to you. There you go. So this is the Star Wars Kenner, one of the first Kenner action figures. And what's funny thing about Kenner is that the figures, they did not know that the movie was gonna be a hit, so they actually Lucasfilm was not prepared on having a Star Wars figure to be out by Christmas. So what Kenner did was they sold cardboards. They sold cardboards showing those characters, the first few characters. And as you can see, these characters don't even have a lightsaber. As you can see, Luke has a yellow lightsaber. Darth Vader has like I don't know, orange. Maybe they try to make it look red, but and they just go out of a hole in the hand. That's the lightsaber. And Obi-Wan has like a light blue one. And R2-D2 was kind of like too fat, I guess, or too wide to be R2-D2. C-3PO was kind of like muscular, kind of.
C-3PO was working out.
Yeah, and they didn't have the cloth. They worked with complete plastics. That's why, hence the robes for the Tusken Raiders, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan,
weird.
Yeah, and Leia were kind of like they're a bit stiff. But yeah, it wasn't that perfect compared to figures of today. But what I think is that these figures, despite being not released on time, because what they did was they released cardboards. It was a cardboard of a picture of these guys that you could claim the following year as soon as it was released. Okay. So it was like a pre-order.
Pre-order, pre-order.
Yeah, right. But you get like a card, and the card can also be used as a stand for the figures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was the gimmick
it was a gimmick. We'll talk more about the Star Wars figure line in the special episode.
Special episode, yeah.
We're gonna show soon. And yeah, so basically what this got people hooked with Star Wars, growing up with Star Wars, not only watching the movies, but collecting, being immersed with Star Wars. And it didn't matter whether they were shitty at that time compared to now, because they were awesome. They were, getting a hand on like actual R2-D2 and C-3PO, or even the main cast, Luke, and Darth Vader and all of that. It's like, epic.
And it wasn't those weren't easy to come by during the time. Like in the 80s, it was very hard to get like original, Kenner merchandise. It wasn't easy to get those.
Yeah, definitely. But now it's like it's all over, it's all over the place. All right, so we're gonna move on to a little bit of a couple of stories that I have, which might, it's just a little bit add on. We all know that Star Wars was planned to be, planned to be a standalone film. It wasn't planned to be a trilogy as they claim now. But that is why when when in an interview with Mark Hamill, when he was interviewed in a talk show, he talked about he thought that Harrison Ford or some other guy was the lead actor, and that Luke Skywalker was just what he was when he was like when they were doing the casting for Luke, when he was like, auditioning for it. He thought that he'd be working with, it's a privilege to be working with Harrison Ford, with this big names in the industry. And when he got to see the script itself, it says The Adventures of Luke Starkiller.
Yeah.
And therefore he thought, oh, I'm the main character. So he didn't know. He didn't know. It was a complete buzz with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's a very funny guy. He actually even tried to copy Harrison's voice, and it's it was kind of also funny when they were doing this scene wherein, do you think my hair's consistent with the previous scene, because we had to cut in the middle of it and it's kind of like different from now? Do you think people would notice it? And then Harrison just goes, and he mimics Harrison's voice. It's like, hey kid, if people's watching your hair, we're in big trouble. Like, that's not what the movie's about. And Harrison, being the actor he is, he's more about, just doing what we're told, just the script, just read it, just read your lines. Right. And if people keep noticing your hair, then there's something wrong with it. There's a lot of funny stories. And even with
cowboy in action.
Yeah, and even with the secrecy of, films nowadays, with like new Marvel movies, series, Star Wars being kept, even trailers now are being kept from us.
Yeah,
these new Star Wars trailers are just being shown in Star Wars Celebration and not even posted on YouTube, or like for people like us that's far away from the US, that we cannot see. We don't have access to it. And it's funny because at that time, Mark Hamill actually gave out the script to his friend and just passed to his friend. This is just like a goofy sci-fi movie I'm doing. And like, can I see the script? Oh, sure. And I passed this to, he passed it to a friend and to another friend. And even Carrie Fisher, even at the time, he actually gave the script to Graham Norton. So Graham Norton, it was like the last guy that you want to give it to, because he's a talk show host. He's gonna he could make content out of it, but then again, he kept his promise and did not actually show the script to anyone else. And Carrie, the dynamic of these guys in the what do you think, like their age when they entered the franchise, not knowing that it's gonna be a big hit 20-30 years after, they're gonna be making, they're gonna come back and make episode 7, or like being casted for A New Hope means they're gonna be casted for the whole trilogy. So what do you think about that?
I mean, it's an awesome, looking back on it, it's awesome for them, and we're all happy that they did what they did, and also how Mark Hamill, what he's turned out to be, especially in geekdom now, being the Joker, or all his other characters that he's done, right? And but from what I hear from some of my half-assed research, you could see that you could read online that they were basically having fun on set every day, and they were having fun with each other, especially Carrie and Luke and Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, the three of them, and they were just having a blast. And unconfirmed, but they were doing a lot of illegal substances as well back in those days.
You want some death sticks? They were doing death sticks. Yeah. Good thing Obi-Wan died, because if he did not, he'll be pissed. He'll be. You want to do something better with your life.
Yeah, so that's what I read
I
online.
mean, youth brings out, the ugliest of us sometimes because, it's more of us being formed to what we are when we become adults. It's the path they want to take. And I think Mark Hamill went on to become one of, the coolest people, in television and in movies,
And in
in
social
Hollywood in
media too.
particular. Yeah, in social media too. And he's kind of, um, uh, yeah, he's kind of cool. He does his talks. He attends conventions. He even went to surprise another actor who requested when that actor was a child. He wrote to Mark Hamill to go to his birthday because he was such a Star Wars fan. And then Mark Hamill, due to a lot of complications with activities, wasn't able to come, of course, to an 8-year-old birthday celebration. But then the 8-year-old became an actor, and he was guested in a talk show with Jimmy Kimmel, and Mark Hamill went on to surprise him with, "I'm so sorry for not being able to attend your birthday when you were 8 years old. I think I had two other birthdays in a bar mitzvah scheduled for that weekend that I needed to attend because they were like, first." But yeah, but he gave them a replica of Luke's lightsaber in episode 6.
Wow,
it's cool.
Amazing.
That's
cool.
That's cool. That's cool. Even without the lightsaber, it'd still be an honor to meet Mr. Hamill.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. While he's still breathing and alive. But yeah. So overall, we're just gonna end this session with an overall rating. What do you think about putting it out there among all the other films? What do you think about A New Hope? Just
Star
the
Wars
films.
A New Hope. Yeah, Star Wars A New Hope definitely had an impact in my life. Definitely had an impact in my friends' lives. And the amazing thing about this movie is it's still making impacts whomever watches it. And it's just a testament to the franchise, how long this particular film has aged, and how it's passed the test of time. And
yes,
it's unbelievable. There are probably a handful, maybe less than a handful of films that have the same longevity as Star Wars: A New Hope. So amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, for me, it's always gonna be the legendary film that started it all. Whether it lacks the depthness of the story, it lacks maybe some character developments, or maybe people will view it more critically this time because of the new content that's been releasing. I think it's still the legendary film that started it all. I think without A New Hope, we don't have Andor. We don't have the Clone Wars. We don't have anything regarding Star Wars.
We don't have lightsabers. Can you imagine a world without lightsabers?
Or even like a world without do it. Or a world without, a lot of Star Wars references. And it's kind of, I want to thank George Lucas, for making such a story available to the viewing of the public, being part of every archive out there, being part of Trooper Archives, being part of our lives. And yeah, so basically we just if George was here, say you're welcome. But yeah,
please subscribe
yeah, so
to Trooper Archives.
yes, subscribe to Trooper Archives, yeah, please. But yeah, so basically, I just think it's a very legendary film. It will not be replaced in any of the Star Wars content. I think in any list, it should be number one, regardless if it's shitty versus modern films. And yeah, I think that concludes.
Oh my gosh, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. But yeah, so. Thank you for being on a journey with us with A New Hope. We do thank our first subscribers that we garnered throughout our first season, and we have an ongoing season of Andor. It's not numbered yet, but probably at the long run we'll number it as whatever season it is. But yeah, so please do subscribe to Trooper Archives, like, comment, and hit that notification bell so you'd be informed whenever we release new Andor breakdown episodes. And also, watch out for season 2, guys. We'll try to prepare for that. It's a new story. Yes, baby. It's a new story that we're gonna tackle. I hope we do a much more better job. We're trying to improve. Any
comments,
last
guys. Give us suggestions.
Any finale words for you, Ace?
No, just I enjoyed doing this season with you, and looking forward to talking about Empire Strikes Back in the next one. So we'll see everyone then.
Yeah, and I hope we get some, guests on our show. In the next season, because we tried to keep it simple in this season. We didn't try to get anyone on board. But yeah, we'll try to get some of those Star Wars fans in our community into our show so that they could express their experience with, Star Wars in general. All right, so finally for season 2, I am Gabe.
And I'm Ace. This has been Trooper Archives. May the Force be with you.
Always.